So have your hand in front of you, and we're going to place our fingers on the joint that joins the thumb to your hand. And we're gonna, in our own time, so I'm not even going to talk you through this. I'll go quiet for you, but it's going, you basically breathe in, out, but slowly and smoothly in your own time. And I'll go quiet too. Right, let's start. And see how slowly you can go as you do this. And when you get to the point here, we go back the other way. And then when we get to the bits between our fingers, I'd like you to pause for a little bit. Okay, so you'll be breathing in and then out, and then pause before breathing in and out. Pause. And then when you're ready, allow your breath to settle down a little bit into a normal, gentle pattern of breathing. What did you think? Did you like that one? So we've done quite a few, haven't we, with the box breathing and the longer exhale and the lion's breath. And last week was the cooling breath, which Katie, I reckon you must have done it before in the past. We had a lot of fun with that one.
Lovely.
Yeah. So each week we'll just have little ones, and these are all in the recording as well. So if you want to come back to it later, feel free to do that. So we're going to lie down now, and then after we've done some lying down, kind of warming up of our hips and shoulders, we're going to do a bit of a shoulder boogie. So we're going to sit up and boogie our shoulders. Okay. So aren't you glad you came to this one, Sahira? Okay, so lying down, allowing your body to settle on your bed or your mat. That's it. And then we're starting with some very gentle pelvic tilts. So using your breath again as you tilt pubic bone to nose, breathing out, and breathing in, pubic bone down towards toes. And then move into very gentle pelvic circles. Still breathing as you do them. And as you draw the circle with your pubic bone, draw a circle with your nose as well. So your body is echoing each other. And also circle the other way as well. So nice and smooth and slow. And then bringing everything back towards the centre. As we bring our hands or our thumbs on our shoulders and circle the elbows. Nice and slow. And circle the other way as well. And then we're going to bring our chicken wings together, and I don't expect the elbows to touch, by the way. Some of you are really going to find it really easy to touch. I don't want you to force it. And then open the elbows wide. So flapping our bingos. And one more. So we're basically mobilising our shoulder blades, and we're going to work those in a bit. So let's let them rest for now. And you could be in, I'm just trying to think, this is like a M, isn't it, with our bodies? So you could be lying here like this, or a T, or a Y, or a W, this could be as well, couldn't it? So move your arms into a position that works for you as we sway the knees side to side. And the idea is that while you're doing this, I want you to open up your chests a little bit, but I don't want you to feel a big pull. It's just more like a gentle opening, small stretch. If you're not feeling any stretch at all, also, please don't force it. And bring your hands up towards the sky. And as we draw the arms back, I'd like you to breathe out and press the rib cage downwards. I'll show you what I mean by this. So I'm going to breathe in to prepare. And then breathe out. So my rib cage is drawing down as my arms lift. And then breathe in to return. So naturally, your rib cage will want to lift as you reach your arms back, but I want you to draw the rib cage down. And then breathe in again. So I was just going to prompt this version here for those of you. But Emily's got a really good idea. So Emily has made the arms less heavy by bending at the elbows so you can draw them back like this and then return. So thank you, Emily. It's a fabulous idea.
I still wanted the pulling back thing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like we're slicking our hair back. John Travolta. And one more gentle one. And we're going to move into a dying bug. So in your minds, think right hand, left foot, and draw them away from each other. and then return, always coming back to the central position before you move off to the next one. That's it, and you could keep your elbows down if you want to. Especially when it's warm like this, it can make you feel really poxy. Final one. And then if my computer would switch back on, then we're going to circle the arms. So like we're circling the air above us, creating 2 mini tornadoes. And try and get in touch with your shoulder blades as you do this. Feel how they move underneath you as the arms move. If this is getting too much for you, feel free to do this version here. You're still going to get the internal, external rotation at the shoulder blades, but just on a much smaller scale. And then when you're ready, we're gonna bring ourselves into a seated position. Okay, so take your time bringing yourself back up. If you want to just prop yourself up a bit more on cushions too, feel free. This is where we get to do a shoulder boogie. This is right up your street, Sahira. So, we're going to draw one shoulder up and then draw it down. That's it. And then draw the other shoulder up and lower it back down. So small lifts to start with. So as your shoulder goes up, your shoulder blade basically moves like this. Okay, it's a funny old move this. The shoulder goes up, the shoulder blade is going like this, and then the shoulder goes down and it returns. So in your minds, imagine how that shoulder blade is moving. And then draw the shoulder forward and return back. So the shoulder is going forward, and then the shoulder blade is going to go around like this and then return. Now I'm demonstrating it to extremes when I'm doing this one. These are quite small, subtle moves. It's more like this. So more small tilts. So. Well done. And then we're going to reach a shoulder blade out away from you. So you might want to reach and then return. So when you return, imagine you're resetting the shoulder blade back to where it first started. So and the other side, reaching and resetting it back. So we're going to keep swapping from one side to the other. So you're getting plenty of time to recover between each one. If I was wearing a better top, I'd go backwards so you can actually see what my shoulder blades are doing, but we're pushing the shoulder blade out to the side and returning. So. And then, my favourite, tipping forward and returning. Tipping the shoulder blade forward, that's it, and returning. So if I put my fingertips on top of my shoulder, you'll see that movement. Good, you've all got that, well done. So this is where we're winging the shoulder blade outwards as we tip and then return. So one more each side, and then we get to have a little squirm. Well done, so squirm it all out, just let them release. So can you feel how hard the muscles around your shoulder blades were working then? So we were working a lot of those shoulder stabilization muscles Mainly the latissimus dorsi muscles you were working there, so those muscles that support all the way around your shoulder blades and down your back. So next one we're going to do is the keyhole arms. So your arms can be much lower here or they could be a bit out here. And I just want you to be mindful because some of us have shoulders that dislocate really easily, so please don't yank. Okay, please, whatever you do. I'd like you to very gently use the hand to roll inwards and then roll outwards, and then take a moment to settle. And then you bring the other arm out and you gently roll inwards. So you're feeling that internal rotation there, and roll outwards and then return. And the reason why we're doing the hand here is because it's really easy to do this with our arms, isn't it? And if I'm doing this, can you see my hand is still completely still as I'm doing it? Because all I'm doing is rotating around here. So we're using the hand to encourage that gentle rotation inwards and outwards. That's it. Well done. So now we're going to turn inwards and then turn outwards and maintain that external rotation here. And then we're going to turn just the hand inwards, but we're keeping the shoulder outwards. So remember imagined exercise. If this is too much, you please rest and then return. That's it. Let's swap to the other side. So we're externally rotating at the shoulder, and then we're moving the hand inwards and outwards, keeping that external rotation. Now that external rotation is activating your serratus anterior muscles. So I go on about these ones quite a lot. These are the muscles that look a bit like a hand that connect here, the shoulder blade to the rib cage. And they're amazing because they are also our shoulder stabilizers. And I actually really love this muscle here. So we need these. If you saw bodybuilders and they were doing this lift downwards like this, you would see this bit bulge outwards, okay? So it's those ones that walk around like this. That's it, they've got really big serratus anterior muscles. So we're going to externally rotate here and then move the hand with the hand open this time, like we're screwing a light bulb, unscrewing. That's it. Well done. And then take a break. And then we're going to go to the other side, externally rotate and light bulb. I bet there's a lot of us in here who can't actually change light bulbs because it's the hands above the head malarkey, isn't it? The makes go, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then release. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing and we're going to try and maintain that external rotation as we take the hand away, okay? So we're going to externally rotate. Feel the connection deep under here as you externally rotate, and then move the hand away. Keep that connection going on underneath there as you move your hand. So you've still got that external rotation here, but it's staying super still as you're moving the rest of your arm. It's hard work, isn't it? Take a break. That's it. And then we're going to externally rotate this side. That's it. Remove the hand. And move without moving this. Oh, does anyone find it's harder one side than the other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. And let's roll those shoulders a little bit. Well done. Okay. So the next one is we're going to do press-ups, but our own version of press-ups, okay? So you need to grab hold of your book or your block and lie back on your back again. And this is a great way of, one, strengthening the wrists in flexion, but also two, working the shoulder blades. So we're going to put the block on the hand, the block or the book or the nothing. That's it. And then the elbows tucked in by your sides. Just check what we're doing. We're working towards trying to keep this block or this squishmallow level with the ceiling, okay, so keeping it horizontal. So we're going to slowly push it up. That's it. Imagining it's a really super heavy block and then return it back down again. We're going to stay on that side for now. So slowly drawing the elbow all the way back down and then all the way back up. At one point, I mean, most of us can bend our wrists backwards, can't we? But what I want you to do is work for the 90-degree flexion here, no further than that. Some of us, as we get older, we get a bit stiffened. You might be like this instead. So we're working towards trying to flatten it so we don't lose that ability to flex that wrist. It's a really functional move. And the joy of this is we're doing it upside down, so we don't need to worry about our body weight being on our wrists. We just need to worry about the weight of the block. Then we're going to rotate. So now we're going back to the shoulder. So notice as you rotate, you can probably do it keeping your shoulder really still, but see if you can involve the shoulder as well as you rotate, and you'll feel it in your shoulder blade. And return. Feel the shoulder blade moving away. So drawing into the centre and return. And you may notice your wrist is getting quite stiff. I can feel my wrist feeling quite stiff now. That's it. So we're all going to do what Katie has done because she listened to her body. So allow very gentle, just movement of the wrist to give it a moment to recover. Well done, Katie. So I quite like rubbing. I find that quite soothing. Some people prefer moving the wrists instead, but for me, this is something that works better for me. Okay, right, let's swap to the other side. So we've got this super, super heavy cuddly toy or block as we push up. I was just thinking, if you have got a really heavy book, just make sure it doesn't fall on your head. That's it. That was catastrophizing in my brain, wasn't it? Thinking of someone's block falling on their head. There we go. So gently up and down, like you're doing a one-armed press up. Find that flexion in your wrist and return. Okay, now we're going to push up. We're going to rotate. So rotating around, trying to maintain that flexion and returning, trying to involve the shoulder in that rotation. And then when you're ready, have a break there as well. So give your wrist Nice little bit of rest, give your shoulders a bit of a move. That's it. And then we're going to move to the bands. And you could sit or lie down with the bands. I'm going to sit up, so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, but do feel free to stay lying down if you want to. So we're going to lightly hold the band in our hands. That's it. So like you're holding a very precious, beautiful silk scarf. And then you're going to crumple it with your fingers to, that's it. So you've got some action going on there. And we're going to very gently pull on the band so you're externally rotating and then returning. So it's a pull. If you have got a stretchy band and it's quite a hard one, move your hands out a little bit. So this is the version sitting up. For anyone who's lying down, it will look like this. So you're here and then you're doing this. Your elbows stay really still as you're moving them. And you may be getting in touch with your shoulders here too. That's it. So Zoe, your hands need to face upwards towards your face. That's it, you've got it. But now you've made it really hard for you, so get gentle with yourself. That was almost a strong woman challenge then, Zoe. Okay, so gentle. And return. For this next one, you might want to move your hands out a little bit more so the band is a bit more slack. And then we're going to draw out. So now you've squeezed the shoulder blades together, your chest is quite lifted, and press outwards. And then return and close. So this action of squeezing the shoulder blades together and down will activate your serratus anterior muscles, keeping that activation as you push outwards and returning. Means you're really working those shoulder stabilizers, including your rotator cuff muscles. But it can all be done like this as well. So squeezing the shoulder blades and pushing without a band at all. It's very concentrated shoulder activation.
That feels quite good.
Yeah, it is very good. I just don't want you to go too hard because I don't want you to be sore for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then give yourself a break. That's it. Okay, now we're going to bring the band out. So it's in front of us if we're sitting up, or it's above us if we're lying down. So it's like this or like this. And we're going to keep one arm super still as we draw the other down by our sides. And then return. And then swap down by the sides. And swap. Okay, remember you can go really small like this. You've got it, Amy, well done. And then we're going to turn the palms the other way. So the hands are going to face our faces and hold the band. And then keeping the elbow still, we're drawing the band back towards our face and returning. And swapping sides. I've given you a great big thumbs up there as well. Well done, everybody. That's it. Mind those elbows, try not to go bendy with them. That's it. Amy, if you have a look at me, because it looks different sitting up, doesn't it? So it's this way, and then return. So bending the elbow in towards your face and return. That's it, you've got it. Well done. And final one, both hands in front, palms facing downwards this time, and draw the whole band out, and then return. Or this if you don't have the band, or this one. So we've got a group of young people doing bed Pilates at the moment with the EDS UK project, and they really mentioned how lying down when you're doing this kind of move really helps you keep your shoulder blades in place. So a lot of us think, yeah, do you feel it, Carol?
Yeah, because this is so unstable, it keeps clunking in and out. So this really supports it, and that one that we did before for pulling it in.
And having that support of your bed with the pillows and things is just, I mean, for me it's a game changer, and for quite a few people it is too.
I find it really difficult to exercise it without it dislocating every 2 seconds.
Yeah. And you'll be pleased to know we are done with the bands, because they can make your hands quite hot and sore, can't they? So give the hands a wiggle. And then interlink the fingers and draw the arms above your head, like this. Whenever I say stuff, you can ignore if you know it's not going to be good for you, but some of you will really like this, okay? And so from here, we're going to gently sway the knees side to side. And I've got a sitting version for you if you are sitting up as well. So this is the version like this. So we're encouraging now the serratus anterior muscles to switch off. If you did it seated, it would look like this. But we're being really careful not to yank the shoulder out, okay? So we're staying in the centre as we go side to side. So. And then if you're seated, we're going to hold onto the knees and draw the spine back to curve the spine, and then press the chest forward like this, okay? So this is the seated version, like this, and you'll feel how it's just moving and mobilising those shoulder blades. If you're lying down, we're going to hug, and then we're going to open up, and then hug the arms the other way around. That's it, so very gentle. And the final one. And then we're going to bring the hands together. That's it. And allow the hands to drop towards your head and return. So it could look like this, or it could look like this, so your elbows further back. Or if you're seated, it would look like this. And then the seated version of the knee sway is getting the legs a little bit wider, turning the knees towards one side and turning the chest towards the other, and returning. So that's the seated version. Or if you're lying down, you're going to hug and keep the shoulder blades on the floor as you turn the knees towards one side and turn the head in the opposite direction to your knees, and then swap sides. So moving in and out of the stretches, especially if you're hypermobile. If you're not hypermobile, you could hold this and breathe for a few breaths if you prefer. And then coming back to the centre, open your arms. That's it, have a little shuffle with your shoulder blades. Got it. And gently sway the knees again, one more time, each side. And then we move into the relaxation part, which is where we're going to focus on breathing in to our shoulders. So find yourself a comfortable lying down position as we move into this. So we're going to begin by settling in. So it can be lying on your back or your side, whatever feels better to you. And allow your body to be fully supported, including allowing your arms to rest as well. And it looks like you're all lying down, so feel the floor holding you or feel the bed holding you. And then let your eyes gently close or soften your gaze. And allow your whole body to settle as we move into grounding with our breath.
Please leave parcel outside. If you'd like to leave a message, you can do it.
So bring your attention to your breath with no need to change anything, just observe the breath. Feel the inhale and the exhale. And letting it move in and out through your nose. Or if you're blocked in your nose, in and out through your mouth. And with your breath, imagine just your body softening a little bit more. Feel your shoulders begin to settle. And then bring your awareness to your shoulders and notice their shape and the space they take up there, and the sensations that you might be feeling in your shoulders now. Is there a feeling of weight or warmth, or maybe even tingling? Or maybe nothing at all. All experiences here are completely welcome. And while you're here, imagine you're turning on a gentle light in this area. And it's not to fix anything, it's just so you can see this area of your body clearly. And begin to imagine that your breath can reach all the way into your shoulders. With every inhale, let the breath travel there. And with each exhale, imagine a soft release, maybe like a mist or a steam leaving the body. So as you're inhaling, you're gathering light and space and ease into your shoulders. And as you're exhaling, imagine melting and softening and letting go. And if it's helpful, you might imagine tension as grey smoke or a heavy energy, and each of your exhales gently lift some of that smoke or heavy energy away from you. And then we'll invite warmth and energy back into the shoulders. So we're not going to tense them, but we're just doing it just to nourish and energize them. So imagine golden sunlight pooling into each shoulder as you breathe in. And imagine how this energy is not heavy or intense, it's just like it's healing and it's flowing warmth into your body. And with each breath, that golden flow, warmth gently flows through the shoulders and down the arms. And any stuckness or static feeling begins to shift or dissolve. And you're not going to force this change, you're just inviting comfort and kindness to these amazing shoulders of yours. And then picture your shoulders expanding just a little with your breath. Not physically lifting, but energetically making more space. And as you inhale, imagine you're increasing the space across the collarbones and the back of the shoulders widening like wings. And as you exhale, release that down the arms and into the hands and then down into the earth. And feel that rhythm as you inhale and lift and expand, maybe even nourish. And as you exhale, imagine the softening and the settling and the releasing. And if your mind wanders, it's okay. Just gently bring yourself back into this wave-like rhythm. Feeling the breath and energy flowing through you, clearing and calming. Then gently bring your awareness back to the whole body. Imagine your awareness expanding throughout your whole body. Noticing your hands, your back, your breath. And take a few deeper breaths now, in through the nose and out with a sigh. Breathing in and out. And roll the shoulders very gently. Just doing any movement of the shoulders that feels good to you. And when you're ready, let your eyes slowly blink open or just lift your gaze. And notice now how your shoulders feel. Perhaps a little lighter, or warmer, or maybe just simply more present. And thank yourself for showing up in this gorgeous space of connectedness, and rest and release is always here for you. As we reach the arms up in celebration of our strength in our shoulders, rotator cuffs, that's it. Serratus anterior muscles pressing the hands down past your chest. Well done, everybody. Huge well done. I hope you enjoyed that.